enjoying their Saturday as well as their weekend so far. So feel free to come over and chat with me in the chat. So that's all I have to say. So enjoy the stream, everybody.
The athletes are finding new ways to stay in shape. We have the Wolfram swimming pool. He keeps his canoe strapped to a pair of palm trees while he paddles vigorously there.
Hey, isn't there a better way?
Do you struggle and strain to reach high places behind the couch?
No, get your ass over and walk around. He need his ass whooped. He could have just walked around, man. You had that part open, you right there. First of all, bro, you got that thick ass gap right there.
You shouldn't be. This nigga is. He should reach that
He
shit,
ain't even
bro.
trying to extend it, bro. He stopped right here. That's
I can't, bro.
Oh my god, man.
I kidnapped you. You was already on the platform. You was already on the platform. Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help! Watch the closing doors, please. You don't close the doors.
Get it out.
You don't close
Take
the
a
doors.
dude in his ass this whole time. You just yelling.
Police! Police!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE United States Championship.
Damn!
It's a big time night for the AJ Styles.
Say, what's going on?
You want 2021
For real. It's like super gas.
Listen,
Everyone loves butter. But getting that butter out of the wrap.
fuck out, dog. Hell no. If you mess up my toast, you mess up my bread like that, bro, you gonna have to run one. I don't care who you are.
She almost cut her own hand off.
You don't want fries, butter,
That
and
was
that
aggressive, bro.
So you gotta reevaluate your life if you breaking bread.
If you find what you need in that overstuffed, outdated wallet, stop damaging your credit card or using money.
I'm crying, bro. Yo, I'm crying.
No, hell no.
Why did he fold his card up like a receipt?
Like he about to use that hoe. Like
No way your card should ever look like that, even without a wallet, bro.
Dog.
Oh, my. Is your keyboard a germ jungle? Does your cell phone have a science bro?
Bro, that nigga choked on his own spit. Like, how the hell?
Bro, you need to feel humble in every single one.
God,
notice that he grossed out of his own.
Track them this way.
Who the no?
I'm that way.
Get your ass out the picture.
Yo, what?
Nah.
Good bag. Oh my God.
Crunchy eggshells ruin those muffins.
Now you've made a big old mess that you have to clean up. The machine.
Ass whooping. Like, bro.
Not on the carpet, bro. Nah, right here, bro.
My life flashes from his head.
Gotta be strong. Use gangster mentality. What's he doing? Grabbing his nuts. It makes his rap super effective. What? Ass catching.
Yo. Why you tell this way to go? No, bro. No.
I ain't about to watch this without laughing, bro.
Pika, pika, pika. He sounds just like a monkey. Wait a minute. Oh my God.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm ready to play some Hey, what are you laughing at, fam?
Nah, you cog.
To the Guinea Force. And I'm the fastest in the universe.
I don't speak English, bro.
My scrappy dog, universal. My scrappy dog, universal.
Bro.
My scrappy dog, universal.
Yo.
I ain't seen that shit, bro. That's your boss. Like,
Imagine you about to leave from there. You see the mom. I just want to tell you.
Friday.
Pull your pants down and drop the cane like another woman.
Give me that. Go away.
I wasn't ready for dying that day.
I wasn't ready for dying this day. Yo.
I was
Oh, it sounds just like him, bro.
It was freezing and monster.
Yo. He said it was freezing at
It's
Monster. Bro.
the grunt, bro. He sounds just like Logan Wood.
Low cut top for going out at night, but in the office, it's just not right.
Yo. Wow.
I think we're losing on everyone. Yo, wait a minute.
My man's was
Go back to the beginning. Why should you get that anyway? You ain't playing fair, boys. Oh, God. Oh my God.
Mom.
Man, we just was playing. We just was playing.
Bro,
He couldn't
you
get up.
he gets the lazy. You know, you got the arm. You know, the chair transformed.
Oh yeah.
He
Boy.
hit the arm on that bottle. Wait till I get up.
He was already into whatever he was watching.
I'm so sorry. Security. I'm so sorry. Keep these shit out of talking about disrespect. Maximum disrespect. I don't want him on this ring. Let me be the hero. No, it's not everybody's wife. So you can't even walk on.
Checkers, pretzels, and Coke. Oh my god, bro. Two phones. I got all the snacks, y'all. All this right on the carpet, like on white carpet, for real, bro. On a white carpet. I don't like it here.
You have to wonder if these are the correct decisions to make for Johnny Gargano. How is he able to compete? Of course he wants to be in this match. To play devil's advocate, of course he wants to keep his championship. At all costs, what a cost it is. Several jumps. Oh, and Tozawa gets a taste of his own medicine.
We take that Cougar and the time we hope the girls suck up. Come for you.
Love it. Love it. Come here. Come here.
Piece of that man's out, bro.
Oh,
I was slapping the shit out of him.
Take care of some business. This brother working. Oh no! Oh, he military too.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No.
He military too.
Did you see the neck?
Yeah, that boy.
His neck turned first before the rest of his body, dog.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is.
I love how they used to always do that. Go back, dog. Oh my God, dog.
What was that? Shut the hell up! Boy, get down here!
You can tell he never heard him talk
Like that. He was like, what did you just say?
Oh,
Jay, get in this room and clean up your
Okay, everybody, I'm back.
Oh,
It's a shut up channel. Don't play it like that. You don't play like that.
Oh my God, dog.
What was that? Shut the hell up! Boy, get down here!
you can tell he never heard him talk
Like that. He was like, what did you just say?
Oh,
Jay, get in this room and clean up some toilets, man.
So effective. Xavier Woods tagged in. This could be dangerous. Fake paper. Oh, look at this here. Arm wrench. Xavier Woods with a nice reversal. And it's Bryant showing some agility. Vicious. Right between the eyes. In the corner now. Can you say Daniel Bryan's a social loser and that he's the biggest nerd you've ever seen? You don't seem to have any mirrors in your house, do you? Octopus stretch locked in. Normally a Daniel. He
Man, looking back. Oh, God. That nigga said he ran looking back.
That shit was funny. That was mad funny. He was like, oh, damn.
They pulled that child.
Oh, shit. Oh, God damn. They ran this nigga over the ladder.
I for him to do that.
Everything about Jason Jordan outside, running all around, using illegal tactics. You didn't say anything. Now you want to say Sprout using illegal tactics. You didn't say anything. Now you want to say
He said you didn't say anything.
Now you want to say using illegal tactics. You didn't say anything. Now you want to say
He said you didn't say anything.
Maybe you'll be a movie star in Otunga one day. Nonetheless, congratulations are in order for Chris Jericho, the brand new United States champion. That's right, Chris defeated Kevin Owens last night at Payback. Chris Jericho now goes to SmackDown Live. After the event last night, going to work party.
Bro, that's some Houston shit right there, bro. When you want to say something, but you like, I want to keep my
It's
job.
so funny when you stopped at that, bro, because he's still looking like, I
That
got your
motherfucker.
ass.
When we get off here, I'm gonna flame your ass, Michael Cole.
I got me pay off your head,
You got
boy.
me fucked up, Michael Cole. Don't you ever disrespect me like that, Michael Cole.
Yo, oh my, bro, like,
Cause you don't know where I'm from, my nigga. Well, Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
yeah, man.
All you heard was, oh God.
Yeah, nah. I be telling y'all about Brock. Are you Brock fans? This is the shit Brock be doing. You feel me? Talk about where the hate come from. Fuck Brock. You say the natural oil.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would love to invite you to join us at a very special start time this Friday of 12.
No, look, you missed it. When he turns to you. Oh, no. Oh, my God, bro.
Time this Friday of 12 noon Eastern on the WWE Network for the greatest Royal Rumble. We are sold out at the King Abdullah.
find your holes? Can you help me find your holes? Because you're the explorer, so you can probably find them. Where are they? Oh, I know a better one. Can you help me find your head? Can you?
Okay, everybody, I am back once again.
Do one off the smoke. Do one off the smoke, bro. This nigga says salt and black pepper. Oh,
He's the guy who put the O in GI Pro. WWE Hall of Famer, Booker T. Allegedly.
You didn't say that.
GI Pro.
You didn't just say that.
GI Pro.
oh, bro, listen to it.
That's always. For the man who puts this.
Goddamn bread there for
Nice.
bro. I hate that. Dog, that's exactly how they see it. Goddamn Grand Theft Auto, bro. I swear. Like, bro.
Well, with all due respect, he's also suffering from anal bleeding.
What? Oh my God!
He stopped being concerned and said,
What?
we're not about to scroll past that.
Booker, I know you never cheated, though. You never cheated.
What?
And a tree, you die.
The pack. Exactly how it be right. Come on, bro.
I'm innocent to you.
Wait, what?
shot, I'ma make it to the top. I swear, one shot, no stops, gotta make it to the top. I swear, only got one shot, I'ma make it to the top. I swear, one shot, no stops, gotta make it to the top. I swear.
You go to sleep and wake up to the thought of not making it. Every single chance that you got, not taking it. Mama told you stay about the streets, it ain't sacred. Play around with fire, homeboy, you might.
What is my destiny? Is to live for eternity. What kind of man am I? If I live forever and watch the world die, it feels like I lived 100,000 lives. And if I never die, am I really alive? Get to keep reliving everything I see. Trapped inside a never-ending dream. It's alright for you, it's not forever. Trapped inside a box that only I see, where I can have anything I want, except for one thing. I wanna be free.
Scheduled for one fall. It is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Tamina is here to fight. I can't say I'm surprised to see Tamina come out here tonight in such a bad mood. Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen her in a good mood. Of course she's in a bad mood, Sax. Imagine walking to the ring to do your job and then seeing your stupid face in the middle. Very funny. So Ray finally does have a point. I mean, Tamina has always had a chip on her shoulder. It doesn't look like tonight is going to be any different.
Introducing the challenger from the Pacific Islands, Tamina. And introducing the champion from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. We're about to see which woman ruled the landscape around here. The women's champion posted on social media today. Nothing makes me happier than decimating whoever dares approach the peak of my mountain. Strong foreshadowing words for her opponent. Well, it might be unfortunate then that her challenger. Kick to the face. My God. Nice drop kick. Well, that was some reversal by Tamina. Yet another counter. It's like they both somehow one step ahead of each other. Don't want it back. the wilderness. Well, I'm a man with a plan. From the low, saying help me please. I can't see the road above the river, your trees. It ain't no sense, but that's a line of the justice. So a shadow in the alley, getting ready to jump. The tricky so loose, when you're heavy, that's what we grind it. The people on the top don't need to be reminded. Glory is good as that last idea. A future guarantee. Get out of here. Well, I'm a man with a plan. So all of you out there waiting on tables, jamming on electrical laying down cables. Tune in to the plan, no forecast news, what's the rate to your time, man? No, give a call, cause there ain't no thing for you. Just wait for some fun, a wise up man. Get up for everybody to play in the illusion game. Take one step forward, wait, in his name. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan, yeah. I'm a man with a plan, you know what, man. I'm a man with a plan. If you can't understand this, I'm a man with a plan, yeah. Well, I'm a man with a plan, you know what's up, man. I'm a man with a plan. Guess what? Well, I'm a man with a plan. Well, I'm a man with a plan. That's something you can understand. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Sit back, man. I'm a man with a plan. Well, I'm a man with a plan, you know what, man. I'm a man with a plan. If you can't understand this, I'm a man with a plan. Yeah, well, I'm a man with a plan, you know what's up, man. I'm a man with a plan. Guess what? Well, I'm a man with a plan. Well, I'm a man with a plan. That's something you can understand. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Sit back, man. I'm a man with a plan.
Alright, yes, thank you very much for joining me as always. We have just had an episode. Also going to go on to WWE Catch the Covers of the Facebook. Happening here, and given that it was a moment for some snap. So of course, when he was here, and he beat up Drew McIntyre. I was like, okay, somebody add that to the list. Very efficient. I do like that though. I do not know why, but it is now victory against anybody else, or everybody else, and I still want everybody else to win. I also spin it down on this match, and then we come to the match. That's my big player. He's going to run down the WWE So if he's going to be the guy, I'm challenging him to come to the castle. I know it's got a lot of something. That makes sense. This is when Paul Heyman walked into the frame with his arm around him, and they walked off the ring. And then it was Shotzi versus Maybe just give it a minute and say, well, I'm still going to get that back. Also, there was some really good moves. And then it hit this good flying clothesline, and my main takeaway was that actually lose more time on speed. As you can imagine, what a well put together story. We have done it. What a well put together story this was. Around about 5 minutes ago, meaning the Viking race, and then this footage later than you want to call it, got filmed. Meaning that, and then this footage later than you want to call it, got filmed. Meaning the Viking raiders walked off and they go like, we have done it. So what a well put together story this was. Around about 5 minutes ago, they're a badass. You don't get away with everything. So damn good. That's how excited I get. As you can imagine, it was then time for our last segment on SmackDown. Because he went into his usual sticker. One, he did not let Brock Lesnar win the Roman Reigns upcoming 700 charities to the and he over his dead body. And also, two, once the head of the table is dead, Brock. I tell you, I think that's it. That's not really Brock Lesnar very much puts that guy. It's the man who's very much Brock Lesnar. So maybe Brock is happy to do the favor. Just like it. Alternatively, he did say that to mix it right. Because Brock's bit of music hit. The crowd went crazy. That was not the case at all. Rob turned around. He beat up Theory. Chucked him inside into it. Not back. He got his way. He came on to Theory. He wasn't sure whether he was going to win this.
My Instagram, it's utterly hilarious. You know, it was, and a lot of people liked it. Maybe I'll just stop finding the good ones. Okay, that's where we go. That's our newspaper. What the fuck was that?
Do you want smooth asking, but still look like a confident nigga? Introducing a new bath bomb product to this place. It makes your skin soft but look like Jared Fogle.
Man, for real? Really? This is the bad bitch now? Is that okay? I see. I've always
Tina Sprinkles has a different variety of bath bombs like Tuna Sun, headed out, all the same.
headed out to the sun. Bro.
This is a guy just kicked out of the damn locker room, packed up his bags, told to go home.
Come on.
No, he said this is my home. This WWE, my home. This is home. Maurice's home.
So much work.
That's SummerSlam. You're coming into a world where you cannot write it. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
Hi, my name is Peter Pie, and every day I use this product, and I approve of this product. It is so good. Oh my God.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, this is awesome. Kill me now. What the fuck? See those spots all over the fucking shirt. You're disgusting. I'm a bad bitch when I get wet from all these bad bombs.
The expectations of what you would see here at Money in the Bank.
You know what? This might be like the first.
Releasing your music should be a celebration. But with so much going on, it can also be overwhelming. That's why I use Blender distribution.
This might be the only Trying to Laugh challenge that's so good.
and so funny that I'm done with this guy. I'm done with Renee Scott 777 FC. I'm done with you. This is fucked up. This how you gonna do me? Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done.
To the Sprinkles Bath Bomb at 1-800-604-1738. That's 1-800-604-1738.
604-1738.
Ask your parent for permission if that video is good for you. Read your books and you by the permission of the parent.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Dr. J, and the bitch is airing on Fight. What is up, Drama? What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Dr. J, and the bitch is airing on Fox News. So today's news is that a YouTuber who sort of steals content on YouTube claimed by Blast Fan there.
Last Jill went by the hero so he can lick her candy. But last I chopped him out for counts, cause Jill's real lick was like last Jill went by the hero so he can lick her candy. But last I chopped him out for counts, cause Jill's real lick was like
That's oh, God damn.
y'all gotta let me in on these things. I don't know.
God damn. Oh, God damn.
Y'all gotta let
Oh, God damn.
y'all gotta
That's just nasty.
cause Jill's real lick was
That's just nasty. That's just oh, God damn.
y'all gotta let me in on these things. I don't know.
You have the skin complexion of a cum stain. Oh, I don't remember saying that. I really do need to start editing some shit out. That's fucked up.
His pleasures in life is watching. It's me. All my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching. All my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching.
Oh, that was Blasphemous HD's voice. I really thought it was Chavez's voice because of the auto tune. But that was BHD. Okay.
All my brothers on there, one of my all my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching. All my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching. 60. All my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching. All my brothers on there, one of my greatest pleasures in life is watching. Hi, Mom. Check. How are you today? We're doing.
That shit was funny. That shit was hella funny. It was way funnier in the beginning, but it was still funny.
Smash. Here, guys. What's this? Incredible height. It's Kulak turning his hands. Okay, here we go. Damn it, what's wrong? I'm not the only one with a job on this train. You know, everyone will knock everyone on this one for some reason. It's Thursday. Something else going. Beautiful standing switch in your knee. Covered by the champ. Very curious move to
But now that it's all sorted, I was wondering when the focus is going to be on me. All of that. But now that it's all sorted, I was wondering when the focus is going to be on me. Taking all the opportunities. I mean, what do I have to do?
You have a man. Okay, Emma. You have every.
I mean, what do I have to do to get noticed?
Okay, Emma.
From the sidelines and watch while people that used to look at evolution never to do with that work. It's not reading this in.
You're right to prove yourself in the WWE. So tonight, you'll have a man.
probably heard the rumors of Beth Phoenix joining Edge, which makes sense when you think she's likely eager to get some payback on Rhea Ripley for beating down Edge. While it's unlikely that an intergender match with Edge and Beth take on Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley is going to spark the smoldering Judgment Day storyline, maybe enough of a novelty to give the WWE time to salvage the storyline. Number 12, Dominic Mysterio turn. Speaking of the Judgment Day, is Dominic Mysterio going to turn on his father? Well, WWE wisely avoided this turn during Ray's 20th anniversary celebration, one at SummerSlam. With Ray and Dominic taking on the Judgment Day at SummerSlam, Dominic turn could help both his career and the Judgment Day's longevity. The only problem is whether a Dominic turn will be overshadowed by the return of Edge. And what about the Montez Ford turn or Angelo Dawkins? Well, there's another turn that could be coming. One the WWE Universe doesn't seem enthused.
You're going to get the following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
When Scott Hall and Kevin Nash made the jump from the WWF to WCW in 1996, the wrestling world got turned upside down. Razor Ramon and Big Daddy Cool Diesel had been key players in Vince McMahon's World Wrestling Federation, garnering a huge amount of fan support during the WWF's New Generation movement. And losing two of these big names to the opposition, World Championship Wrestling, was a huge blow to the company. No one could have predicted the impact that Nash and Hall would make in WCW. The two men had worked for World Championship Wrestling previously with limited success, but this time it was very, very different. Billed as the Outsiders, the former Razor Ramon and Diesel would usher in a new era in WCW, kickstarting the company's most groundbreaking and lucrative storyline in history. Today's video looks at the WCW debut of the Outsiders. Razor Ramon was the first guy to reach out and develop a deal with WCW. Razor had been an excellent champion in the World Wrestling Federation and a big fan for it too, but he wanted to earn more money than Scott had asked Vince McMahon if he could get a Razor, even if he could work some deals in Japan, to try and learn a little more about wrestling. Both ideas were shot down. Scott Hall was good friends with Brian and when BBB learned that Scott's contract was coming up with the World Wrestling Federation and Scott wanted to potentially earn World Wrestling Federation, and a lucrative offer was made to bring Razor Ramon to WCW. Scott Hall said, I went to Vince McMahon and asked if I could improve my situation with the company. I didn't want to leave, but at that time, Vince felt no. Vince couldn't accommodate me the way I wanted to be accommodated, so I had to do what I felt was best for my family, and that was to accept an offer from WCW. It goes back to what Chief Jay Strongbow said to me. In this business, you can make friends or you can make money. I looked at Kevin and I looked at Kid. I've already made friends. I'd like friends. So Scott Hall worked his final WWF date on the 19th of May 1996, putting Triple H over before the infamous curtain call incident in Madison Square Garden. And someone else who also worked his final match on this very date was Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Diesel had been the WWF champion during most of 1995. The WWF had ran on Diesel power for a little while. Big Daddy Cool had been billed as the leader of the WWF's New Generation, and he was a cornerstone of the WWF's movement to get away from superstars of the past during the mid-90s. Kevin was good friends with Scott. He was also good friends with the 1-2-3 Kid, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. And when Scott told Kevin how much WCW had offered him, Big Daddy Cool instantly wanted a piece of the pie. Kevin said, Scott pulled me aside and he said he got an offer to work for Turner. I asked him how much, and he told me. I asked him for how many days, and he said 150. I said, what? It was huge money, and it was guaranteed money, so I got on the phone. Dallas Page was kind of glittering the deal. Eric didn't want to be seen as interfering or talking to us. I went through Dallas, and they made an offer to me. So I talked to Vince. I said, this is the offer they gave me. I want to stay. If you can match the offer, I'll stay. Vince McMahon said that both Kevin and Scott were willing to take a little less on their WCW offer, but the WWF would have to guarantee their income. And Vince McMahon didn't offer guarantees. Vince would say he doesn't offer guarantees, but he does offer opportunities. This wasn't enough to keep Razor Ramon and Diesel on the WWF roster. The two men decided to leave, and Diesel had his last match in Madison Square Garden also on May 19th, 1996, losing to WWF champion Shawn Michaels in the steel cage match. After the bout, the curtain call incident took place. The Click broke kayfabe in the middle of the ring to give Scott and Kevin an emotional send-off to WCW. Vince McMahon later admitted that if he knew the impact Kevin Nash and Scott Hall would have on the WCW versus WWF Monday Night War, then he would have offered them enough money to stay put. WCW executive producer Eric Bischoff had been studying Japanese wrestling during the early to mid-90s, and he had become enamored with the UWF versus New Japan Invasion angle throughout 1995 and early 1996. When WCW had secured Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, two of the WWF's biggest stars, Eric felt he could reenact some key aspects of the UWF versus New Japan storyline when it was time for both men to make their television debuts. Eric said, in the United States, the WWF and WCW were really having a hard time in the live event side of things, while in Japan, they were putting 60, 80, 100,000 people in the Tokyo Dome for big shows. To sum it up, I was over there kind of studying what worked and the differences between the way the product was presented in Japan in comparison to the States. One of the things I noticed, it was much more real there. The storylines, the characters, the action in the ring was more reality-based. Here in the United States, it was more about characters and comedy. In Japan, I was watching the intercompany wars, that kind of thing, and that's where the NWO idea started. Scott became available, Kevin became available, and that loose idea I had from studying Japan became kind of a reality. The May 27th, 1996 episode of Nitro was remarkable for two things. Firstly, this episode of Nitro was the first 2-hour broadcast of WCW's flagship show, a move here that would eventually force the WWF to also move to a 2-hour format down the road. And secondly, Scott Hall made his debut on this very same episode of Monday Nitro. During a match pitting the Mauler against Steve Dahl, Scott Hall appeared from the audience, making his way down to the ring to interrupt this match. The way this was booked was perfect. Scott Hall got in the ring and said one of the most infamous quotes in wrestling history when he said, "You people, you know who I am.
But you don't know why I'm here."
Scott went on to ask where Billionaire Ted and the Nacho Man were. These were names the WWF used to mock Ted Turner and Randy Savage, and this is important when looking back at this program. Scott was using terms that the World Wrestling Federation had been using to poke fun at WCW. So by using these names, Scott himself was also making fun of World Championship Wrestling. Scott said that he can go wherever he wants, whenever he wants, before ending his promo by saying,
You want to go to war? You want a war? You're going to get one.
What's never really talked about here is how Tony Schiavone reacted on commentary after Scott Hall's promo. Randy Anderson, the referee from the match that Scott Hall had interrupted, got on the apron and asked Scott to leave. Tony Schiavone could be heard asking Randy what was going on, adding a sense of realism to the segment and that feeling of this wasn't supposed to happen. Tony then said that it looks like the match had been cancelled before apologising to fans before going off to commercial break. Schiavone doesn't really get credit for this, and I think he definitely helped add a sort of surreal feeling to the whole thing. He helped portray what WCW and Eric Bischoff were trying to present here for sure. Scott Hall wasn't in the loop. The former Razor Ramon promised us all that he would speak with Eric Bischoff before the end of the night. Bischoff took over on commentary for the second hour of Nitro, and to end the broadcast, Scott Hall approached Eric at the commentary table. Scott told Eric Bischoff that Billionaire Ted should find 3 of his top guys to take on Scott Hall and some of his friends, but there was no mentioning of who Scott's friends could be. Scott kept saying things like, "We are going to take over," and while Eric Bischoff would ask Scott who he was referring to, Scott wouldn't give Eric any answers. Paul said the war should take place in the ring, not in the dirt sheets. It should be a match inside the squared circle where it matters. The Nitro broadcast ended with Eric Bischoff and Bobby Heenan looking at each other, totally lost for words. Again, it was played off really well by the broadcast team, and like Tony Schiavone earlier on, I don't think these guys get enough credit for their reactions to Scott Hall's WCW debut and these threats of a takeover. The very next week, Nitro ended the same way when Scott Hall interrupted Eric Bischoff at the commentary desk. Scott said it was Eric Bischoff who started this war, but Hall and his friends are going to finish it. This was in regards to the creation of Nitro, by the way. Scott was trying to say that Eric Bischoff fired the first shot by going head-to-head with Raw. And so Scott and what we could only assume were some of his WWF buddies were going to shut WCW up for good. Paul was implying he was still with the WWF here, by the way. The key word though is implying. Never once did Scott say he and the WWF were going to take over WCW, but his use of names like Skinny Jean and Macho Man, along with his threats to bring a war to WCW and Scott himself sounding exactly like Razor Ramon, all of this was scripted to make it seem like Scott was bringing a fight to WCW from the WWF. Anyway, Sting interrupted Scott Hall here on Nitro while defending the honour of WCW. Scott Hall threw a toothpick at Sting, a classic Razor Ramon move, and Sting replied with a slap to the face. Enraged, Scott said he has a big surprise next week on Nitro for both Eric Bischoff and the Stinger. So let's move on to the June 10th WCW Nitro, an episode before the Great American Bash, and an interesting week indeed when talking about the Outsiders. When he was once again interrupted by Scott Hall, Eric Bischoff asked where the big surprise was. Kevin Nash then walked in the frame. Big Daddy Cool Diesel had arrived in WCW. Possible and unfair. The man means so much to it. The Diesel characters from the new. For Bash at the Beach. Hall and Nash had their very first match since returning to WCW, and history was made when Hulk Hogan joined the Outsiders and the New World Order was born. And so Kevin Nash and Scott Hall had ushered in a new era for WCW, an era based on Eric Bischoff's vision, and an era that changed the course of professional wrestling itself. I don't think I need to explain how important the New World Order was to wrestling in the 90s. The Outsiders would become one of WCW's most successful tag teams, capturing the tag titles 6 times while gaining a huge fan following, thanks to how WCW presented the New World Order as cool villains. After some time, Shawn Michaels and Triple H formed their own tag team that, when you think about it, really did have a lot of similarities when comparing to the Outsiders. Both teams included members of the Clique, both teams were heels but they got cheered for being rebellious, and both teams used their backstage stroke to further their own standing within the company. People today call this a bad thing, and maybe it is, but when you talk about producing results, setting legitimate plans and breaking new ground, well, both the Outsiders and the original D-Generation X done all of these things. The Outsiders, however, maybe struggled with longevity, but that's something we can look at in another video. Something I did take away here, though, when watching this all back, was how WCW completely altered their presentation when Hall and Nash would make appearances just to make it feel real. I watch a lot of old WCW Nitro episodes, and these things may appear subtle to your average viewer, but commentators would immediately change their tone when talking about Hall and Nash. Pre-recorded videos about completely unassociated wrestlers would end abruptly if the outsiders made an appearance. WCW even used camera angles that were never used to make an appearance. WCW even used camera angles that were never used before when Hall and Nash showed up. We saw more at the arena. We saw things that weren't part of the regular broadcast, and these subtle changes made a huge difference. Look out for this if you decide to go back and relive this time period in WCW. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Hulk Hogan's first year in the New World Order. Hulk Hogan by far is the most requested superstar on this channel, and as Bischoff said on his 83 Weeks podcast, Hogan's wishes, Hulk Hogan felt that this could be the shot of adrenaline his WCW career. Hogan stood in the middle of the ring and called the fans trash while reminding them that they turned their back on Hulk Hogan. Then he walked out wearing all black on Michael.
If there's ever been a man who belongs on the big stage, it's the Beast.
It really hit home for a lot of people with the unthinkable that happened. The American hero of wrestling wasn't it for a lot of people with the unthinkable that happened. The American hope hit home for a lot of people with the unthinkable that happened. The American hero of wrestling wasn't a hero anymore. He had a real disdain for some of the fans. But hung on there was every word back in the 80s and the early 90s. Needless to say, Hulk Hogan turning heel and forming the New World Order with kept Kevin Nash all was the right move. Hogan became not only relevant again, but he became the talk of the entire wrestling industry. And you gotta think that Hulk Hogan, now known as Hollywood Hulk Hogan, was thinking of his bank balance as the headlines came rolling in from the wrestling magazines at the time. His mission now was to stay relevant while hoping the WCW shows would sell out and people would buy the pay-per-views of them. His financial interest in the success of WCW was just too great to ignore. So let's do what we normally do and take a look at what matches Hogan had during this time period. Hogan's very first match as the leader of the New World Order happened at WCW Hog Wild in 1996, where he defeated the Giant for the WCW Championship. This also saw the championship getting the NWO spray paint job for the very first time. The match is a slow-paced affair, a lot of holds here, which makes things a little flat. It is interesting though to watch Hogan work as a heel here after being such a huge draw as a babyface. So for this reason, the Hardline Championship match is still worth a watch. The Outsiders interfered to give Hogan the upper hand, and Mr. Brutus Beefcake, the Booty Man, and Ed Leslie himself, got dropped by the NWO when he tried to present Hogan with a birthday cake. Hogan's first title defense was just 5 days later at Clash of the Champions 33, a match that saw the Hulkster defend the championship against Nature Boy Ric Flair. This one doesn't even reach the 10-minute mark, and it was a little rough around the edges. When you watch this one, you will quickly realise why this match is talked about all that much. Hogan even does his classic hooking up routine during this match as a heel, which made fans cheer for him. Definitely a bad move here, but anyway, the Outsiders hit the ring and attacked Flair, leading to the Horseman, Sting, and Lex Luger running down for the save. This led to Hogan's next match in the NWA, a War Games match at Fall Brawl 1996. Hogan, Hall, Nash, and the bogus NWO Sting defeated Arn Anderson, Lex Luger, Ric Flair, and the real Sting in a good War Games match that's definitely worth looking. I feel it was after the War Games match that Hulk Hogan finally became comfortable as a heel. His promos got better in the ring, and his moveset changed also to complement his Hollywood Hogan character. It took a while, but Hogan had been so used to looking as a babyface that sometimes he would still mount Hulkamania style comebacks and try to work from underneath. By the time Hogan got to his next match with old enemy and friend Macho Man Randy Savage, he had fine-tuned his own persona, but admittedly, this match really wasn't that good. The Hogan vs. Savage Hall in Havoc match in 1996 should have been spectacular, but it turned out to be one of those big fight-themed main events that kind of falls flat at nearly 20 minutes long. Hogan also decided to wear this wig, which has become meme-worthy today, but those who followed WCW back then will remember that Hogan had mocked Savage about going bald in the build-up to this match, not according to Battle for sure, but this was the reason why Hogan was wearing the wig. It was to make fun of Savage. Without the context, some people seem to think that this was Hogan actually trying a new look for himself. Anyway, the wig was soon removed during the match. Even Randy Savage himself put it on for some giggles, and those who take the time to watch the match will know it was simply used as a gag. The match ends with shady referee Nick Patrick and the Giant making sure that Randy Savage has no chance of becoming the WCW champion. This wasn't WrestleMania 5 by any means, and if you want to see Hogan vs. Savage, I'd recommend going back to 1989. After the match, Roddy Piper makes an appearance to set up the next big Hogan pay-per-view match. Two men who were in the WrestleMania 1 main event are going to square off at Starrcade 1996. Before we get to Starrcade though, I should mention that Hulk Hogan defended the WCW Championship against Lex Luger in a dark match on the 11th of November edition of WCW. Piper vs. Hogan then at Starrcade. We all blindly assumed that this match, the main event of Starrcade 1996, which was billed as the match of the decade, would be for the WCW Championship. It wasn't. WCW never said it would be a championship match, but then again, they also didn't say that it wouldn't be for the WCW Championship either. We had no reason to think that Piper vs. Hogan wouldn't be for WCW's top prize. Piper defeated Hogan and got a huge pop in the process, but the following night on Nitro, Hogan and Bischoff acted like the match never happened. Starrcade 1996's main event was a complete four-way match, which, in Hogan and Eric Bischoff's minds, meant absolutely nothing. We won't get into the ins and outs of Starrcade 1996. There's a story here that I'm sure could take up the remaining time on this video, but Piper vs. Hogan at Starrcade 96 is something I will come back to. During mid to late 1996, the New World Order were easily the biggest thing going in professional wrestling. The wrestling world was legitimately buzzing when Hulk Hogan sided with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall at the 96 Classic Revenge pay-per-view. And WCW executive producer Eric Bischoff made sure to capitalize on the hot storyline in professional wrestling by pushing the New World Order as WCW's main angle. Not only did Eric Bischoff create a team of bad guys who would never stop growing in numbers, and not only did Eric Bischoff create the most talked about wrestling storyline of the year, but Eric also created a brand with the New World Order. The NWO had its own distinctive look and feel, from the NWO logo itself becoming instantly recognizable not only in wrestling circles but in pop culture itself. To the New World Order's Jimi Hendrix sampled theme music, the NWO became more than just a faction and a storyline. The NWO became its own entity that could seemingly exist outside of a Monday Night Wrestling show. Eric had, in many ways, hit the jackpot with the New World Order, and he wanted to not only generate revenue for Time Warner with his creation, but he wanted to turn the NWO into a media product. This went beyond your standard t-shirts and compilation videotapes. This went beyond action figures and posters. There were plans at one point to air a New World Order wrestling show that would coexist with WCW Nitro on TNT. You'll hear time and time again that the NWO had too many members, and while this may very well be true, there's an obvious reason behind it when you consider Eric's ultimate vision of having two separate brands in WCW and the New World Order. Long before Eric Bischoff changed WCW Nitro to NWO Nitro for a one-night experiment, Easy tested the popularity of his creation by producing a pay-per-view event completely based around the New World Order. Happening on January 25th, 1997, NWO Sold Out was a spin-off pay-per-view that was completely clean of any WCW branding, a unique take on the pay-per-view attractions that Eric Bischoff was seeing success with over the past year or so. In Eric's mind, the New World Order had become so successful and so ingrained in contemporary wrestling that his NWO storyline and faction could host a pay-per-view that could attract both casual viewers and die-hard fans. Keep in mind here that the idea was to make people pay to see a show completely dedicated and branded towards a heel faction in professional wrestling. It was a risk worth taking. Eric understood the NWO was popular, and he himself wouldn't be out of pocket if the whole thing turned out to be a disaster. People like to call out WCW and Eric Bischoff for putting on the Sold Out 1997 pay-per-view, and while some criticisms do have merit, you have to respect Eric's decision to think outside the box in a relatively safe wrestling landscape, especially during late 1996 and early 1997. NWO Sold Out will never be anyone's favorite pay-per-view event, but the idea, the concept, and the risk factor, I believe, complements Eric Bischoff more than disparages him. I will admit, though, that the actual event itself, from an in-ring perspective, left a lot to be desired. Eric Bischoff said, "We experienced a tremendous amount of growth in 1996. We clearly knew we had lightning in a bottle, and the very basic idea of creating warring factions and eventually allowing NWO to have its own pay-per-views and special episodes of Nitro was something I started formulating and thinking about during the last half of 1996. We then didn't have the challenge of producing WCW Thunder. At this point, in January of 1997, that mission didn't exist. We had the NWO that was clearly at war with WCW. Kevin and Scott came in, and of course it started to build after that. Once it became obvious that this was becoming successful, the ideas already started ricocheting in my head that we were going to split the two brands. So take away the cool factor of the New World Order. Take away the distinctive branding and take away all the buzz and all the hype. What the New World Order was, at its very core, was a group of bad guys in wrestling. Not only were they your typical heel wrestlers, but they were almost impossible to beat via pinfall or submission. Week after week, the New World Order would gain the upper hand on WCW's finest superstars through strength in numbers, underhanded ring tactics, even a dodgy referee, which we will talk about a little more as this series progresses. If you're a younger wrestling fan who maybe didn't care about this New World Order stuff, you didn't like the cheating and you cheered for the true babyfaces, you wanted to see the NWO get their comeuppance. On the flip side of this, if you're a die-hard wrestling fan who's been loyal since the Jim Crockett days, then you'd see the NWO as nothing more than a bunch of New York guys how skilled by collecting large paychecks for as little work as possible. Eric Bischoff may have struck gold from a television standpoint with the New World Order, but it was those die-hard fans who purchased pay-per-views, or it was the parents of the casual fans. This was a pay-per-view focused around games and wrestling. It becomes evident that it would be challenging trying to sell this kind of pay-per-view to the masses. Yes, there were WCW babyfaces that sold out, but the whole selling point itself was the New World Order. When questioned about the overall theme of NWO sold out, Eric said, "In my perspective as a producer, this pay-per-view was a means to an end. It wasn't an end and it wasn't a real pay-per-view. This pay-per-view was structured as a vehicle and means to further establish the war we were trying to create between WCW and NWO, and we checked that box. There wasn't a lot of storytelling here, about the characters and further establishing the distinction between WCW and NWO. Really, it was an experiment. We did a lot of things on this pay-per-view that we wouldn't have done on a more traditional show. If you back it up all the way to the very beginning, to when we launched Nitro in 1995, I wanted to be different from the WWF. I can't overemphasize the success Nitro and the NWO had in being completely different from the WWF and attracting a new audience to the public. Everything that we did that was successful was out of the box. This pay-per-view was my way of taking it to another level and experimenting. And like any experiment, sometimes you're successful and sometimes you fail. WCW and WWF pay-per-views had never been this targeted before. The overall theme of NWO Sold Out would be so different from anything that had aired on pay-per-view previously, and Eric wanted people to pay money to see, at its very core, a bunch of predominant New York bad guys in the spotlight. The real experiment here was in the branding and notoriety of the New World Order. Adding in that cool factor and the buzz around the NWO was the trump card in all of this. There was definitely reason to believe that NWO Sold Out could be a success by just riding on the wave of popularity. Eric was banking on fans literally buying into the hype. To wrap it down, January 25th, 1997. Here we are at NWO Sold Out. The extreme choice. Eric Bischoff explained that booking arenas in areas that never really got live wrestling would be an easy way to move tickets, but that's also what they were sold for obvious reasons. It could be a very viable reason as to why wrestling was still at certain locations, but anyway, NWO Sold Out is the biggest wrestling ever seen the rest, and that says a lot. To highlight how different this broadcast would be in comparison to traditional WCW pay-per-views, head booker Kevin Sullivan had absolutely nothing to do with the event. He was completely against the NWO expansion due to fears of overexposure. The show opens up with the NWO arriving at the venue in garbage trucks with NWO flags. This opening has been ridiculed by many, and yeah, there was really no defending it. The whole NWO, led by Eric Bischoff, walked into the arena before a video package airs featuring Eric Bischoff giving a speech reminiscent of 16 Kilo. In this video, which I thought was actually done pretty well, Eric says, "I stand before you today humbled by the premier event that's about to take place. We are in control. To those of you who have risen to the challenge and joined the ranks of the NWO to change the face of the professional wrestling world as we know it, to you I say thank you, one and all. And to those of you who offered yourselves up as opponents, what the hell were you thinking?" We then get a look at the arena for the first time, and one thing I will say is that the arena looked fantastic for this show. The NWO branding was all over the place, from the ring mats to the entranceway, where TVs were set up showing the NWO logo. It all felt very different.
I think you mean from the stage to the ring, but whatever, wrestling bios, It's your video. You do you.
And this, as we just learned, was what Eric was going for. There's a sort of dystopian figure in the new Sunday that's hard to explain, but the production staff done an incredible job of making the show look like nothing they'd seen before from WCW and WWF. Eric Bischoff introduces the three founding members of the New World Order, all matching what would appear on three separate screens, and this I felt was also a nice touch. I recently learned from Guy Evans' Nitro book that WCW senior editor Kendall Rogers actually had to play three separate videos at just the right time to make it seem like the NWO were talking to each other. These days, this wouldn't be any trouble, of course, so learning that little bit of information would be appreciated even more. Anyway, from this point forward, NWO Sold Out would be filled with ups and downs. More downs than ups, if I'm honest, but let's look at the entire show. Ted DiBiase and Eric Bischoff provide commentary for NWO Sold Out. There's no announce desk, just Eric and Ted sitting on some production boxes. Chris Jericho comes to the ring for his match against the man who made the NWO International, Masahiro Chono. Jericho doesn't have any themes. He doesn't even have a lower third for his name to appear on the screen. Neil Pruitt, the guy who lends his voice to the following announcement promos, and the guy known as the voice
please. I can't see the roof of the proverbial trees. It ain't that simple as a line of recovery. So a shadows in the alley, getting ready to jump. The tricky so much when the head that's only blinded. The people on the top don't need to be reminded. Glory is good as the last idea. A future guarantee. Get out of here. But I'm a man with a plan. So all of you out there waiting on tables, jam another check with the laying down cables. Tune into the plan, all the forecast views with the race in your time. Man, look, get the coast, cause there ain't no live for you. Just wait for some fun, a wise up lane. Get never get up for everybody to play in the illusion game. Take one step forward, wait in his name. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan, yeah. Well, I'm a man with a plan, you know what, man. I'm a man with a plan. You do can understand this, I'm a man with a plan, yeah. Well, I'm a man with a plan, you know what's up, man. I'm a man with a plan. Guess what? Well, I'm a man with a plan. Well, I'm a man with a plan. Something you can understand. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Sit back, man. I'm a man with a plan. So listen up. waiting on tables to have my typical laying down cables. Tune into the play and all for best do what's the way to the time that you don't give a clue. Cause there ain't no thing for you. Just wait for some fun. A wiser man get hipper. Get up for everybody to play in the illusion game. Take one step forward, wave in his name. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Yeah. Well, I'm a man with a plan. You know what, man? I'm a man with a plan. You can't understand this. I'm a man with a plan. Yeah. Well, I'm a man with a plan. You know what's up, man? I'm a man with a plan. Guess what? Well, I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Something you can understand. I'm a man with a plan. I'm a man with a plan.
He's bringing it back inside right now. There he goes, flashing to the floor. Oh, here we go.
As long as this match is, I'm skipping. I'm going to exit this. I'm going to quit this match. Well, exit and quit are basically the same thing. I'm just quit the match. I should have I really should have simulated this match the first time around after the Charlotte Flair Ember Moon match. Who to go for? I'll have Drew McIntyre as. No, wait. John Cena won the Money in the Bank ladder match. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. No. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches left on the card.
Setting that ladder up now. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Raw Women's Championship. And here comes the man. Look at the look on the face of the Irish last kicker.
I mean, that Money in the Bank ladder match in my universe mode was so long. Well, like I had to skip that 8-man ladder match. It was way too long of a match, and I'm like, this match is too long. I'm gonna have to skip it, and I did. And I should have done it. Well, I should have simulated the match the first time around after the Ember Moon Charlotte match, but whatever. And after the 4 matches are done, I'm gonna skip the 8-woman Money in the Bank ladder match because that match is going to be long as the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm gonna skip the final. I'm gonna simulate the final match after these 4 matches are done.
Nothing makes me happier than decimating whoever dares approach the peak of my mountain. Strong foreshadowing.
And of course, Charlotte Flair had to get involved in Bianca's match plus causing the title a DQ slash no contest. Bad, 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 bad. We're just gonna move on to like the next match, and it's for the IC title from SmackDown Live. It's Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Wow, we are 2 hours in to this live stream on YouNow. This has to be like the longest live stream I have ever done on this platform known as YouNow. The longest I've ever done. Okay, everybody, I'm back. This has been one heck of a live stream so far. Whew.
Introducing the champion from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the Intercontinental Champion. He is the artist known as Cheesecake Tonight continues the tradition of the highly coveted Intercontinental Championship. Its holder is frequently considered by many as the hardest working champion in all of sports entertainment. The WWE Intercontinental title on the line. Perhaps a new chapter will be written in this championship's long history. For over 40 years, the WWE's best have competed for this title. Winning the Intercontinental title has been a major milestone and so covered by the champ. Very curious to go for a pinfall at this point. Not yet. Oh, front thrust kick. Now it's setting up. Brainbuster! And there's the reversal from Finn Balor. Balor with the kick, Balor on the move. Everybody's got trouble kick. Finds the ball. Goes on. Knee drop. With a just the day. Because the falcon upset just the day. It's back. Straight out of Dante's head. Who we haven't seen since being taken by his own creation, the Judgment Day. Has returned to play execution. What a return it was. Samoan driver for the Intercontinental Championship. Goes on. With a Judgment Day. Because the falcon upset Judgment Day. He might have been waiting on that one. Straight out of Dante's hell. Who we haven't seen since being taken out by his own creation, the Judgment Day, has returned. And the E.T. You ain't gonna learn it in your high school classic. It's a name written down. And you know that it's true. There's a lot of famous people with the style and you rap. So what you put on the act,
is letting everyone know exactly how he feels. For the first time tonight, Finn Balor wants to take a chance.
Take what you want, but let me have the street. If it makes no difference. Take what you want, if you love me. If it's all the same. Never shine. Take what you want. Take Take what you want, and let me have the street. If it makes no difference. Take what you want, if you love me. If it's all the same. Never shine. Take what you want, and let me have it. If it makes no difference. Know how to wait, show me who you are. I really wanna know.
And there's your win, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who's more surprised to see the champion go down, me or this capacity crowd. But as I'm ordering out chills after watching that thrilling championship match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, first on the scene is the youngest champion in history. The English history. take some order back to this. This is the champion's advantage in play, Cole. Look out here. And Ali answering back. Not showing much fight here. That looks absolutely out of control. The quick reversal there by Randy Orton. Knee drop. Randy Orton has shut down all uncertainty.
Well, I guess no Universal title match, but between Rollins and Orton, and our last singles match on this card is for the WWE Championship from SmackDown. The New Day's Kofi Kingston taking on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And let's get into it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE Championship. Oh, WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! We are the longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! It's a new day. Michael, Corey, you guys down that POP? Man loves to have fun, but he's a great individual competitor in his own right. Kofi Kingston. Come on, Corey, open your mind, open your heart, let the power of positivity take over. One of the most exciting superstars in the history of WWE, and oh yeah, one of the most positive too, because he's down with the power of positivity. Come on, guys, Michael Corey, let me see that hips. I wouldn't show you my hips if you were the last human being on the planet Earth, Byron. Suit yourself. Oh, can you give me HR's number? course, the title is on the line in this one, guys. And don't be surprised if history is made here tonight. I know the champ is so good as of late, but I'd say the opposition is looking just as good, if not better. I don't know about you guys, but it seems to me like the champ has never looked more focused than he does right now. Yeah, he's definitely dialed in, Michael, and that's what makes him so dangerous. It's like he's constantly laser focused on the task at hand. Introducing the challenger from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston. And introducing the champion from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds. He is the WWE champion, Roman Reigns. The big gold belt up for grabs here tonight. The World Heavyweight Champion is ready to defend his ground. I don't think I see an ounce of doubt in the champion. He absolutely believes he's leaving tonight with his title, Byron. It would be hard to argue with him, Michael. I can tell by the way he entered the arena today that he was in a different kind of zone. The type of zone that only champions go to. Roman Reigns going for it. Oh, heavy duty right hand. Attack to the midsection. Oh, stop it away. Ooh, no luck against Kingston there. Kobe just too fast. What's this? Ninja driver for the win. That's either sheer genius or complete stupidity, Cole. Clarity. Turning it around is Kofi Kingston with the reversal. Something wicked this way comes. The exiled founder of the Judgment Day is. The exiled founder of the Judgment Day is back. Edge is marching to the ring with a purpose, driven by demons, making a beeline for the Judgment Day. The Rated R Superstar has just crashed the biggest party of the summer. Damian Priest is like, Damian Priest touches him down and gets wiped out. Rated R Superstar has just crashed the biggest party of the summer. Damian Priest is like, Damian Priest touches him down and gets wiped out. Spin and gets wiped out. Priest as well. As well. Check this out. 48-hour protection. Smell fresh is fresh, no matter what. Over here. And AJ beat behind champ. AJ Styles. And AJ Styles. AJ Styles. AJ Styles music. Where the hell's AJ Styles? AJ Styles music. Right behind Ciampa. AJ Styles came. Come on, it's the WWE.
Beautiful athleticism and a DDT. He's lining him up. Roman Reigns unable to be contained. Down to the floor. Big fight, big dog, big story. That match deserves another look. Here we go. Here's your winner, and still the WWE Champion, Roman Reigns wins here in impressive fashion. I don't know if there's anybody in the back that can actually unseat this dominant champion. Thanks for tuning in for this championship match, and what an amazing match it was.
Well, that's gonna do it for this live stream, and I hope you enjoy it. And as always, Daryl Keyford out, and I'll see all of you in the next stream.